eating good, drinking good, thinking good thoughts, having a good time, sharing good energy with good people in good places, doing good things. Oh, I'm trying not to pull too many cards at once. I'm trying to pull like one at a time, but I think, I'm supposed to grab what I'm supposed to grab, right? I feel like we'll have 3 different energies out on the table. That's what I'm feeling like. Some of you may resonate with one more than the other. It may be someone related to you or close to you or was close to you or your person. The background sangers, as we've been calling them. Okay, that's enough, please. All right. Let's see. All right. I also have this deck that I'm going to pull out too, that I started with. They are heartbroken and jealous. Okay. This is how your life was supposed to be. All right. That's good. Somebody's coming into like perspective. The entire city's commerce is plagued by this malicious act towards you. Ooh. So, again, we see things plaguing cities, entire cities already, right? And I feel like we're just going to continue to see that as the ancestors continue to move forward. Okay. Your confidence is boosting daily. That's for this is how your life was supposed to be. Several fusion centers, that's what they're called. Several fusion centers and their employees will be shut down. So that's a part of, I don't know where this goes. I feel like this is, like there's a community energy, there's a collective energy, and then there's the X's energy. I want to say like all past people get clumped together. I'm just going to leave it with these 3. Past people could be friends, family members, associates, business people, childhood friends from school, current friends from work, all kinds of stuff. And then the cities will just leave the communities as the communities. And then the collective as a collective. Okay. All right. The conglomerates, the collective, and the communities. Okay. They are very alone and isolated. That must be this heartbroken person and these people who are experiencing these job losses and probably can't talk to their neighbors about it, their friends or nothing like that. So like whatever associations and groups they used to hang out with, they don't have any space there because they're not, living the same life that they used to. But anyway, they don't know what they were thinking, but they know now that they shouldn't have thought that. So a heavy dose of karma. I feel like that's the community energy, is like they don't know what they were thinking, but they know now that they shouldn't have been thinking that. Ooh, wow. The government is ready to offer plea deals to the first defendants involved. So the first group of individuals that have already been in court, because I guess there've already been some people in court. Maybe that's something for the communities to know, because who's coming and telling you that they're in court about something that they got you involved in, that you may be wrapped up in? Who's coming to you telling you that? That's what these community members don't realize. Spirit saying that's what they need to think about. This is the cautious, sensible, routine, conservative, productive turtle energy. The Knight of Pentacles, which is known most for somebody who thinks and thinks and thinks. And that's the other thing. It's coming out right over that card. Like they don't know what they were thinking, but they shouldn't have thought whatever. Auto or motorcycle accident, fatal at fault. Looked up. Oh, wow. Somebody like did one of those things where they looked down and then they looked up and then they were in an accident. And that happened instantly. Okay, that may be some community things that take place. Yep, the community members involved don't know about the things that the cults or the leaders are planning around them. Yep. See, it's because it's like you guys have to understand they also are experiencing their own losses. So if they're closing down fusion centers and cutting off and cutting down things and blah, 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 then you have to understand they're also looking like, okay, well, where can we send the rest of this plague, energy? Because we see it's coming back to us. or we're having to destruct ourselves as as a sacrifice. Okay. Okay. An influencer will be associated with drug trafficking due to their involvement with the wrong people. This will ruin their career. So there's an influencer that's going down too. That may be someone who's also already in the courts, or maybe they consider themselves as an influencer. And you and your person, whoever your love is, this could be someone that you're sharing a home with and getting used to. This could be someone that's brand new, about to come into your life, that you're manifesting. Whoever it is, however it works out, you and that person are so in love. Like, you guys are just constantly thinking of each other. It boosts your confidence to have each other as, a solace place. Yeah, look, it's sun energy. I'm sorry, the star energy. Maybe it's both. Maybe it's both. Maybe at day and night. Ooh, okay. I'll Be Sure song, Night and Day. That's not even a part of it. Yep. And then the Nickelback comes out, and Nickelback to me means that there's always a song involved. Like, there's always a song. And there may be other people trying to sing like other songs, but I don't feel like the two are actually getting any other. Yeah, like, you're not listening to songs that don't sound like they're the ones from your person. It's like if people are trying to penetrate any type of connection or energies that you guys may use with each other. I get like sending more pictures or looking at more pictures lately, and really just seeing the purity and the simplicity of the relationship as you've weighed out these options. Oh gosh, you guys are so in love. And it looks like, I feel like this is like a love letter to all the old people. It's like your SOL, because it's all in cursive and stuff. They're all ASSED out. They're all, all of them. I don't even know where to put this, because if you're not in, you out. That's what I got. Like, yeah, if you wasn't a part of this transformation, then you're not a part of the transformation. Yeah, that's the information about the transformation. Oh, yeah, maybe there's some high school classmates that are experiencing some things in the community, or seeing how close it came is what I'm getting. Like, the energy of like, oh, wow. Like, somebody might even been in the fire and be like, oh, wow, that was so close. But it's so close. Like, they may even have realized, ooh, yeah. And they're probably, because this was in the reverse, so they're trying to get rid of some karmic energy or stop themselves from, they're trying to cleanse themselves. That's what I'm getting. There are a lot of people seeing what's happening around them, and they're trying to cleanse themselves. Oh, goodness. They really are. They're trying to leave these karmics like right where they are. Like, we don't know you. That's the energy they're in. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, they're under some pressure. They're hot. Like, literally, like, things have been on fire though, right? Anyway, you are being empowered to move forward. And that's why. That's a huge part of it. It's because you're being empowered to move forward. And a part of that has to do with people having to face the reality of not being, good people towards others. Whether it was you or a billion other people, right? At the end of the day, if you just weren't being a good person, you weren't being a good person. And then the initials M or Z, that doesn't mean that the initials of that person or the signs that I may pull out are good or bad. You have to take it how it resonates, because in this instance, you have to be able to follow your intuition and know who's who and what's what. If you've been doing good, and if you're the Pisces in reverse that they're talking about, right? That's out there doing bad stuff. So, you know where you fall in the energy. The more they do, the worse it is for them every single day. So I do know that there are some energies out there that just like, I don't know, it's kind of like this can't stop, won't stop energy. Like, they can't help themselves. They're so, torn up and consumed by the whole situation. That wasn't my mouth. That was just the water coming through the thing, making the noise, just in case. Your exes and their exes need to heal. Ex-friends, ex-family members, ex-associates, ex-co-workers, ex-business partners, any type of ex, anybody that's not in the life currently. Someone isn't aware that they are being followed, and they are leading the investigator to everyone involved. Oh, this is sweet. Everyone, including a cook in a big kitchen, an industrial type kitchen. Oh, wow. That's interesting. A big industrial kitchen. So this may be somebody that works at a hotel. This could be somebody, that works in a cafeteria at a business, at an office place, because they have those, right? I know when I used to work in call centers, we would have a cafeteria on site. So it could be someone like that. Anyway, Move away from the readings for a day or two. Yes, detox, detox, detox. Detox, detox, detox. Drink more water, eat more fresh fruits and vegetables. Eat things that aren't processed. Yep, this is going to cleanse you and help prepare you for any potential love spells that people may be trying to do. And love spells can work in a lot of different ways. Just so you know, I'm going to probably do my installment in going through like what the spell work is, what that really means, how it looks, etc. There is chaos all around them. They're fighting with one another. So you know exactly what that is. It's literally like, I don't know, people's energy returning to them. Yes. Right? Yep. It's the energy of the people that you can't trust. Can't trust it. Can't trust it. No, 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 no. Can't trust it. There is a businessman. I told you the business people was over here because you see how that was over here just hanging out. But anyway, there is a businessman who wishes he had married you. Oh, or maybe it's a businesswoman or wannabe businesswoman. Because I don't know. I feel like you'd bad business too if you're not going after the romantic things because you want all your whole life to be balanced. And if one is off, the other rest is going to be off too. But anyway, you can't tell nobody nothing. Yeah, they can build their house from the top down if they want to. Anyway, there's a business person who wishes that they had married you, but they were raised racist and in a cult type life. They've signed over their souls, over the souls of their employees and renew it each year. So this is someone who has an established company business, and that's what they do. They work in the underworld to keep their business flowing. That's how they actually do things. When you sign with them, as far as those like annual contracts to work with so-and-so company, that's what's included in it. And they assume that no one will really read through it or understand what it means if they do. But anyway, there's a teacher that's going to be taken into custody in front of his class, in front of a class full of students. That's community message. So, which I've seen a lot of different stuff lately about teachers and not doing the right thing. But, you know, anyway, there's a defamation of character. Oh my gosh. Ooh, okay, so the defamation of character lawsuit is heavily weighted as far as like presentable information and evidence because of the character of the spells. Like, so the things that they wanted the spells to do has essentially put their red hands on it. So the defamation of character spells have become their red hands caught out there. I got that energy too, and I Googled something. It was like I caught something. Like there's something cooking. Yeah, there's definitely something cooking, right? But I can't tell whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, right? I feel like for the collective, you already know. You know what I mean? You already know what you, like we've expressed already. You've done what you needed to do. You know you're not out there doing, you know, negative anything towards anybody, right? So, and you don't do, you know, spells against other people's free will. Like if you're sending somebody light and love, it's pure light and love. You know what I mean? To help them boost their confidence. You know, I send auras to my family whenever I'm out of town or out of, you know, not in the same household as them. I sit and meditate on their auras, you know, and what color I want to bring to them in their auras each day. So I'm really serious about, you know, the things that I speak of. So defamation of character, this is not good for somebody. Because it feels like the energy of like whoever they're trying to defame, their character spells like everything. And the spell work also included the whole gossip energy. Like the spell work was like, okay, I want people to see him like this, and I want people to see him like that, and I want people to da-da-da-da-da. And that's what's helped people. Like that's what's been like, okay, well, you weren't trying to defame this person's character, then why did you go have this, you know, this bruja do these spells to make this person this and this and this and this and this and this? You get my drift? Because why would you need a bruja to go do this if you weren't trying to defame this person's character, which we already see in the text messages, because exactly what you said negative about them was what you asked the bruja to go and do spiritually. Are you catching my drift? Oh, no, no, no. Oh, no, no, no. That can't trust it is right over here. Listen, go without fear to expand. Somebody been lying to people, telling them we not caught, we not this, that. Then whoever they lying to don't know that they are already in court. That's the whole thing. They don't know that there's probably about 5 or 6 people that have been involved, maybe even a barber or hairstylist, a nail tech. Okay, that, and those people are all have already been called to court. So like I said, collective, continue to go forward without fear of expanding. Ooh, yes, and let that also be moving away from the readings for a day or two. Ooh, these are signs. Aries signs: dress to impress, comfort and grace, ground yourself, passion, fire, excitement, power color. If you know your power color, don't overdo it. This is 2 Aries. Also Taurus. This might be a general energy of the collective too, because that's what I've been understanding is like, over course of time, you start to use certain energies of the astrological signs to work in your benefit, right? You're not necessarily just a this or that. Or if there's someone that's like heavily watching you in a specific sign, their sign may resonate more with you when you watch the reading, right? But because but it's reversed, you know what I mean? They consider it cross watching, so that's all of that. But I feel like, anyway, Taurus. It's out here twice. I don't even know how these got in 3 times. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. True to your path. Plants, veggies. Love is entering. Slow and steady wins the race. That's where that. Even though Taurus is known to be like kind of bullheaded, that's the image that I keep seeing. It's like, it's been a slow and steady though. It's been ooh, because of this perfection energy. Ooh. Yeah, and all the positivity that you've put into it. Wow. Okay, so this person that is, because I kept seeing this, you can't trust again when I was pulling over these things. This person has a lot of stuff that they're hiding from you, from everybody around them, a lot of stuff that they've done. They don't love themselves. That's probably clear. Enough for you to want them, even, is what it sounds like. Like they don't even love themselves enough for you to want them, right? You can't trust it because they are doing the love spell, whomever this is, okay? The only option that they have right now in their life is to go through their karmic sentences. Okay, whatever it is that's coming. Can't trust it. Oh, no, no, no. You saw through this person very early on. Other people wish they did too. So, this may be like, and early on, maybe like some people may get caught up in situations for like several years and, this and that and the other, or actually get caught up in this defamation. Oh, so maybe they were trying to get someone else to get themselves caught up in doing this defamation thing and like exposing it in a greater way. So there maybe somebody came to the collective or your person and was like, hey, we want you to help us to do this towards this person, blah, 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 blah. And if you would have gotten involved in that, then you would have been in trouble too. Now, that may be why they're so heartbroken and jealous, too. Because somebody was like, no, I ain't doing that. Ooh, defamation out here twice, y'all. 2 separate little stacks, too. Can't trust it. Oh, no, no, no. Hate, crime, conviction. Man, they better see, they talk too much. They talk too much. That's what you talk too much. And you never shut up. They feel like that about the collective right now. So, and is, fixing still is. Now what? Hate crime convictions will take place because of the words that they used in conversations like darky and other religious slurs. She's not lighter than a paper bag yet. Maybe that's something they said in the spring. Every spring she gets darker than the paper bag and does love it. Maybe this is somebody's father said something like that or make statements like that. I don't know. That's too bad. Your mama. Anyway, justice is all the way. This person is walking around places pretending to practice talking to you. Oh, wow. They are naturally trapped in a cycle which looks like schizophrenia. I could imagine. Who is this? I'm curious who that is. No looking back now. It's all the way up. Oh, Spirit says don't worry about it. You know what I'm finding too is like a lot of the things that, you may have thought or assumed or whatever, it really does come back to your face. Because there's this guy that was, oh my gosh, I feel like I want to offer my knowledge base to these people. Because there's this guy who was collecting money back in the day, supposedly like for Black investors to recreate this like Black Wall Street. Where was it? Somewhere. But I felt like he was just in Jay Morrison. That's who it is. I felt like he was kind of a little bit shaked. I just didn't see, like, from the real estate licensee's perspective, and having worked with many investors and took on investment, project management for investors that could get money lent to them at the same LIBOR rate as the bank. Okay. That's heavy money investment, right? I I didn't see his crowdfunding like being what it should be. Like I didn't see what I just saw a lot of loopholes in that. But that's because I know, what it takes and what it should look like. And what it to me, it didn't make sense. Like, how are they only investing here? They need places that are local that they can frequent, that they can utilize, that they can put businesses in, et cetera, et cetera. Because the whole purpose of crowdfunding for a community is that they live in that community. So that's where it was kind of not helping me to get all this. But anyway, if you have dreams like that of like doing things that you saw other people do as far as influencers or people in your past, or just, people in general that had really great legacies that they left, that is what you're doing. All of your dreams are coming true because you feel like that. You understand, you see things from that perspective. Those who should, the first shall be last and the last shall be first. A lot of yellow energy coming out too. Yeah. And whomever these people, yeah, this is that thing. This is these people. They're not living in reality. Like I bet you the VR would come out in reverse if I had that set of cards in my hands right now. These people are not living in reality because they keep focusing outward, right? Reality happens within, right? This community is being hung out to dry and they don't really even see it. Some people are, especially with these fires probably coming so close to their house. Anyway, their friends and neighbors are being affected financially as a result, and some have more to deal with soon. Very, very soon. Like I said, these communities don't even realize, like, it's only just begun. Da da da. Ooh, Leo. The collective is focused on being healthy in body and finances, grounded, calm, and practical. Very much so. Very much so. Other people don't matter at all with the collective. They know that these other people don't have any spiritual protection or protect their spirit. If it's in a vessel, it's not protected. If it's out of the vessel, it's not protected. These people are just not protected. This means that their astral projection, their body probably is dormant 99% of the time. And they only check back in for memories. They're otherwise possessed by these entities, these negative energies. Like I was watching something before I started this, and it was just, I'd be wondering, how did this stuff come up on my feed? But I follow a few people that, be posting some little messy stuff. And it was about this mom who asked for the daughter's boyfriend's number and started calling the boyfriend and hooking up with the boyfriend, and then had the boyfriend call the daughter on three-way, telling the daughter's boyfriend to tell her, to tell the daughter that she didn't want to be with her, he didn't want to be with her, and all this other weird, nasty, messy stuff. 22, 23, I'm 23, 23 on the clock. But it was just confusing to me. And it was like, it wasn't confusing, but it was just kind of like, okay, this is that demonic entity. This is that spiritually transmitted demon. That's essentially, the mother was a vessel because of whatever childhood trauma, and then didn't see a problem with, I guess, maybe living vicariously through it feels like a mother trying to swap energies with a daughter, just to be perfectly honest. Like, why are you sleeping with your daughter? This doesn't make sense. But anyway. And the sad part about it for me, when I was watching it, is I couldn't watch the rest of it. But the sad part about it for me was that the daughter still hadn't learned the lesson. And that's the curse, the generational, generationally inherited mindset and thinking that. And she's like, regardless of it all, I still love my mom. That's still my mom. And I'm like, no, 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 no. That's not the way to go. Like, except, okay, that's the person who gave birth to me. But having that affinity towards this person, saying, oh, I get it. My mother's been through her own stuff and will continue to be going through her own stuff because your mother hasn't grown up, and we're not here to parent our parents, but some people end up having to do it. And, we can do it by example. way over there after we fall off the tree and roll on about our lives. You get me? All right. So that's a part of this whole making adjustments maybe too, is not only are maybe you making adjustment, but your person may be making adjustments too, to include a family of, and be a family of maybe 9 or 10 and more is what I hear. A female friend or relative of a younger age. I don't understand where that energy goes. Rooftop views. Okay, I'm getting it's positive, whatever this, a female friend or relative of a younger age. I'm getting there may be like a positive influence or like just a positive space for you to ground. And maybe it's not even somebody that you're like super, you know, close with or anything like that, which is like even better, because it will help you to really, you know, ground or something like that. Or I don't know, or if there's somebody recently that you've expressed, I don't know, I feel like this person is female relative or friend of a younger age. But again, do be cautious of anybody coming in from your past. I can't stress that enough. But you know where the energy goes. You know if it's a good energy or not. Yeah, work smart. Are you making it harder than it has to be? Sometimes the solutions are simple. Maybe that's what somebody has said. Maybe you're seeing somebody else that's a female relative that's younger that's doing that. Like, are you making it harder than it has to be? Sometimes the solutions are simple. Perhaps it's time just to clean house personally and professionally and start with a clean palette. Ooh, that's really interesting. I can see that because you're having a new beginning, right? A positive new beginning. You can't keep any of that old minutia, right? Who wants old poopy? Stick to the basic needs when it comes to spending and put some money aside. So I feel like you don't even have to be like, you're going to be able to, it's going to be all positive, you know? It's not going to be one of those where it says it's going to be perfect, to be perfectly honest. It's one of those, it's like green light, red light, green light. It's like the stops and the goes are equally appropriate. I kind of feel like a coasting energy. Like if you were driving and like the lights that you needed to roll through, you were able to roll through without, you know, it turning red or green, you know, in the wrong place for you, and vice versa. You know, the places where you were like, oh, I actually need to get over and go left. You have enough time because the light turns red, you know what I mean, earlier on or whatever, to allow you that space and time. I don't know. I don't really like driving, so I really love it when the traffic is working smart for me. I don't know. I hope that makes sense. There's some previous readings that I did too for 27. I talk about signs and like traffic because there's a set of cards. Yeah. It has a lot to do with this shift. So everybody is in this shift, but I feel like this is these people from the in the background kind of energy. It's taking your career in a totally different direction. Have the courage to change course, continue to grow and change and learn. You've reached the end of a route where you cannot continue traveling. Yeah. They got to get the, I was about to say something. They got to get the, they ain't got to go home, but they got to get out of here. All right. I'm guessing this is going to be for this community. Ooh, the community is maybe like figuring out like they don't need to fix anything, or maybe they should be trying to figure out like they don't need to fix anything with these people, because this went up here and it was face down. It's like maybe some people are starting to face the reality, like mend what needs mending. It might be broken, but it's not lost. That may be even with respect to you. Like some people, oh yeah, that was a download. People are being called to like really make things correct, because it might help them have a little bit more fortitude, if you will, when it comes to like being able to restart their career. Because it says consider a career as a mechanic, an automotive, aerospace, or repair technician. You can easily fix your finances, but a sacrifice may be needed. Yeah. And I feel like that sacrifice for a lot of people is going to be trying to at least make amends, at least communicate, you know, an apology. Ooh, I feel like if they're slow to do it too, it's going to make their labor harder. It's that whole work smart energy of the collective. Like, yeah, don't come over here playing. Don't be waiting until you see something. Don't be waiting until you see something. You already know. Don't be waiting until you see something. Anything else from these money messages? Ooh, yeah, whoever this is that's in this shift, all these heartbroken past people, friends, associates, business, whatever. The background saying, that's what they is. They background singers. Your soul is telling you that you're on the wrong path. How many times I need to hear this? I guess a lot. Anyway, allow yourself time and space to evolve and find your true path. You're in a state of avoidance because the action needed is too hard. In case they were wondering, oh, is that true? I don't know. It said it twice, maybe. The background sang and the background sang. Maybe that's unexpected news for them. I don't know how. They need to grow up. Is that being unexpected? That can't. From day one of birth, you were growing up. Did you get that? Okay. Just making sure the memo was out there. I feel like somebody is caught out there. I hate you so much right now. Yeah. I think that's somebody singing that or saying that to divine masculine's energy. Maybe even divine feminines too. I hate you so much right now. That's not good for your health. Just know when you hate somebody, you give them all control and power over your being. And your future is in their hands. Anyway, divine masculine and divine feminine. I say this with specific emphasis on divinity. Those who have done the work walk around in t-shirts and robes. I'm sorry, just playing. Anyway, I'm just kidding. I really am. I should be dressed. Anyway, but I'm not stressed. Anyway, keep an open mind. Something is unfolding for you. Chemist and forensics, biochemical, or anything in the field of science. Maybe it's binomial nomenclature, because if that word doesn't keep coming up in my brain, I don't know how or why. But anyway, apply a scientific approach to your business or financial problem. Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna get that whack pack because I was also thinking about doing a reading for Mariah Carey and Anderson .Paak, because they say that they're working together on something creative, which I do believe they are. Like, couldn't you see a fire song coming from there? But I feel like they've got to go back. Oh, wait, that's Spirit trying to make sure I don't forget any downloads too. There's some energy of like, it's going to be like old schools, like things are going to get back to like being good where you could trust people and you know who those people are, kind of thing. You know what I mean? It's going to be a lot easier to tell because people's lives are going to be fluidly showing the health in their spirit. Okay? Or should be. Or you should be able to start to see the warning signs and acknowledge things. But anyway, I felt like I should do a reading on them because, number one, it's been rumored that they were dating or they're trying to date. But they said that they're doing a creative project too, like working on some music, which I think could be totally fly, right? I could see that being like something, it feels like the thing that is needed. Let's just say that. But in that process, I was also thinking, and I got a song download this morning, as I usually do, but it was Fishnet by Morris Day and the Time. If you're too young for that, you should look it up. Fishnet, Black Pantyhose. And I was just kind of in my zone of like, ooh, maybe I should make that my new thing. Come this spring, I'll start wearing more fishnets and get different colors because I love fishnets. Okay, I feel like they're the thing. And I also feel like some people don't feel like divine feminine should be sexy, but it's like, it's literally pantyhose, guys. You want to see my bare leg? Or nope, you want to see them fishnets too. So look, quit playing out here. Anyway, imagine you're the idea. That's what's the energy is supposed to be out here right now. And I feel like that's where people are getting back to too. That creative energy of like, and making more things a metaphor. A lot more of the reading should be coming out in code is what I understand. So other people can't understand to slay some dragons. No fire breathing heifers. Let's see, what else? What is the work smart science? Be wacky. One day, a new product design team got into a really wacky mood and made fun of their product. They were zany and off the wall. The meeting was a great success and many new ideas were generated. The next week, everybody was in a serious mood and no new ideas were generated. Moral, there's a close relationship between the aha of discovery and the ha-ha of humor. And being wacky stimulates your creative juices. As the Chinese philosopher Lao Tzu put it, as soon as you have made a thought, laugh at it. What wacky things can you do to your idea? I feel like everything that you're approaching to, like, be patient, of course. You've already learned from a lot of your mistakes. So, like, don't let this drill your head in, and just keep everything very lighthearted. I feel like the individuals that you're going to be around next are going to be able to do that too. Like, within your energy, like when you hang out, it's going to be quite mentally exciting and like thrilling. It's kind of like, a brain tingle, the being wacky and enjoying it, the lightheartedness of it, the creativity that stems from it when you're able to be really free. Yeah, I feel like there's no substitutes. Yeah. And there's no like revisiting the past energy too. Okay. There was one more last one, I think maybe for the collective community. One more last card, I think I'm supposed to pull here. Anything else for this community? Oh, yeah, they need to remove themselves. This community needs to remove themselves from whoever these karmics are that got them in trouble. The ones that are, you know, trying to keep everything quiet. And, you know, they're trying, these people are going to, you know, they're trying to do something on these people. There's something cooking. Like I said, there's something cooking. And I feel like because people aren't seeing that, maybe because they haven't done their reparative things with the collective even. And this is not people who already know that the collective doesn't run around. These are people who have not already approached the collective, right? Who've not said anything, right? But these people, things are going to pop off much sooner for them, as far as like them having to face whatever reality is. It's like, now is a good time to take action. There's no stopping you now. So if you're not in this like active energy for self right now, you're not going to take off. You're going to need a mechanic. That was also a part of the download too. Ooh, and it's stuck in my hand. Yeah. Some people are going to stay in the mechanic zone. That they're going to be considered a part of the community moving forward in the readings is what I'm understanding, because those people haven't learned their lessons. Where is it here? And when you don't learn the lessons, like you end up repeating the cycle, right? So it's like if you don't move out of it, if you sit in the same space or continue to make assumptions or keep experiencing backfires or, you know, slows. Yeah. So that's the energy there. Is a lot of these people from these communities need to realize that they got to take off from these other people. They rushed into things without a clear plan about where they were heading. And maybe that's what they realized. Oh, wow. Yeah, and they wanted to keep like these offers and the things that they were doing quiet. But it's like, nah, we can't even do that anymore. Yeah, that's the past, trying to keep things silent and not be, yeah, it's like almost like you block yourself. Ooh, yeah. I'm going to leave this alone because it's already clear. Setbacks. Yep. Take action was on my hand. If you didn't notice, there was a card that was just sitting right here, floated on my hand. So take action is right here for the collective's energy. Be wacky. Don't even trip. That's part of your growth. You know, is being true to yourself in that energy. And then these other people are experiencing setbacks because if they helped in any way, shape, or form, they're in, you know, whatever position they're in. Right now, the collective is really unlocking a lot of like things for themselves. The floodgates of abundance without any limitations. Limitless is right here on this pen, right? That popped off the top, popped off the pen yesterday. Look, I ain't lying, y'all. The other day when I did that reading. Anyway, so that's you really unlocking, you know, everything, you know, and activating the things that you want, your soul purpose, and receiving gifts is what it says. Awaken your soul and tap into your ancestral memory. Ooh, ancestors actually came out on the card too, right? Your ancestral memory and inner wisdom, focusing too much on the material world instead of the spiritual world. Yeah, so that's maybe the activation that you're noticing is focusing for the masculines, I feel. And for the divine feminine, I think these are their cards. This card is a good indicator that things will start moving for you rather quickly. It's the transporter. And I think for the divine feminine, it was hardest for you to not time travel right now, like to skip forward days or weeks or whatever. But a career in transportation, such as travel, driving, shopping. Ooh, I thought it said shopping, it said shipping. Damn it, every time. Anyway, could appeal to you if it were shopping. You could travel for work, or perhaps you need to take action in some financial matter. So I feel like, you know, whatever floats your boat when it comes to the collective. The office. I feel like this is also a part of the collective's energy too. Delegating. That was definitely a word that came out. I don't know where I wrote it at, but I wrote it somewhere. Delegating more can help you increase your earnings. I saw that too. For some people, though, it's like you have to start fresh, right? But anyway, secretary, staff, assistant, office manager, any job working in an office. That may be a huge part for the especially business savvy collective too, to like really start to think of like the staff that you will need, because you will need a team. We call it a team, right? But it's really delegating. It's, keeping your stuff together, right? Think of the greater good than oneself to achieve a better outcome. Yeah. Yeah. Growth. It's all about the growth collective. Making good choices. Keep moving in silence. Doing your thing. Yeah. All right, I'm going to leave it at that because the rest of the stuff is kind of straightforward as far as like what I saw in my pre-shuffle. And I feel like everybody that's a part of the collective really knows and understands what they're supposed to be doing, when they're supposed to be doing it, how. Aww, look, some people are moving into this parenthood energy, and I think that's so beautiful. Helping your inner child will help you make money. That's important too. Let me put that down there. Caregiver, teacher, pediatrician, any career centered on children. Maybe even some people are welcoming new children into their lives, because parenthood in general kind of helps you tap in, because as a parent you want to engage in certain things, which brings you back into an energy of a specific time frame, right? Because I've noticed that like when my son started high school, one of the things that happened when I brought him to the prom, because at his school it's so small that they go to prom every year, freshman, junior, sophomore, and senior. So the first year, his freshman year, when he went to prom, when I dropped him off at the door, he all the kids came running out, all of his friends, I guess, and then they threw a cowboy hat on him and dragged him into the building, and it was reminding me a lot. It was very reminiscent of like Footloose. When they had that party, because they were all just learning how to dance. Isn't that what that was about? But anyway, I don't think he can dance that well. But whatever. But it was like Footloose, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't take this away from him, right? Like that would be like, how could I design such a loss for him to move him out of an environment, right? But in that moment, I was able to see how like his experience is what I wanted mine to be at that age. Right? But I was only able to see it on television, and he got to live it. So sometimes being able to like design those moments, or being able to like just tap into that energy, helps you to manifest too. So don't be afraid of like sitting down and having conversations with your children, or just asking them questions, because I feel like that's a huge part or way to help you deal with the changes and things, the past and stuff like that you maybe, ask a child. Children say the darndest things, don't they? And they always say like such prolific things too, because they make whole entire shows out of it, right? They are our future. Let's not forget that. I ain't gonna keep saying that too much, but I should have got that. That song is old. Anyway, I hope that this has been helpful and insightful in some way, shape, or form, and I'll catch you on the next one. Later.